Much love to you guys. Thank you guys for being a part of the J&B family. Thank you, visitor 8705. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you guys. Now, I know it's raining outside in the South if you're in the South, but that's okay. You don't appreciate the sun unless you see the rain, okay? So let's get this thing started.
All right, guys. Welcome back, family. You're tuned into another exciting episode of J&B Live Podcast. I'm your boy, Broker J3, and the beautiful, insightful Dr. B. Mm-hmm. Now, tonight, as Dr. B said, we're diving deep.
Yes.
This one, again, is going to hit some nerves, but it needs to. You know, the topic, when emotions affect your money. Mm-hmm. You know, when the emotions affect that bag.
Yes.
And y'all, too many of us are letting temporary feelings ruin long-term bags. Okay. Dr. B, talk to us.
Okay, family. So I'm so glad we are unpacking this topic tonight. You know, Broker J3, I always say emotions are indicators, not dictators. But too often, y'all, people let them become decision making. Your emotions, you get so caught up in what you're feeling, especially in business. Sometimes people get offended by a comment at work, and now they're ready to quit that job that pay the bills. But not just that, some people get offended at church, in any environment. But you have to think about it. Don't get offended and be ready to quit a job that pays your bills or that blocks your blessing and environment, or a business that owner feels slighted by a client and refuses to follow through on a contact. And it's real, but it's also risky, guys.
Absolutely, Doc B. We've got to learn how to separate how we feel from what we need to do, okay? Just because you're mad doesn't mean it's time to make a move. We see folks getting emotional and missing out on money-making opportunities, again, that don't come around twice, all right? So let's be real. Your emotions don't pay the bills.
They do not pay the bills. And let me say this, maturity is mastering the pause. In other words, sometimes it's time for you to just sit still and just think about it. Take a deep breath before reacting can actually save your career. It can save your business, and it can protect your peace. It can, just think about it. You don't want anything that's going to block your blessings. So the workplace is not church, and contracts aren't therapy sessions. Your emotions deserve to be processed, but not at the cost of your paycheck, people.
Come on now. Now look, some of y'all are treating business like a relationship. They didn't speak to me in the meeting.
Yeah.
She didn't respond to my email with a smiley face.
Yeah.
Bro, sis, who cares? Is that check cleared or not? That's what you should be worried about.
That's what you should be worried about. Okay, right? Feel it. Acknowledge it. You want to journal it. You want to pray about it. But don't sabotage your income because you had a bad moment, or because you think somebody treating you a certain kind of way. Tonight is a reminder. Put business before your feelings. Your future self will thank you. I promise you it will.
All right. Guys, we have a couple comments from some of our audience members.
Yes.
We have money-minded Marla says, woo, this is speaking to me already.
Yes.
I almost walked out on my job last week over something petty.
Okay, and now Silent Grind 23 says that Broker J3, she said you hit it on the head. That her emotions do not pay the rent. And she is exactly right.
And we got Drea the Boss says, can y'all repeat, maturity is mastering the pause. That's gold.
That's it.
All right, guys.
That's it. Just take a minute and just think about it before you react. Okay. Now, shout out to Kimberly for joining us. Thank you, YPre876 for joining us. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. We also see Richard Clark. Thank you for joining us. Yolanda Naoni, thank you for joining us as well. Denzel Washington, thank you for joining us. Much love to you guys. Okay, now we're going to also talk about emotional decisions that cost you. Okay, so we're going to talk about real costs. Not just the obvious money that you could possibly lose, but also you got opportunities that you would be missing out on, relationships, and not just that, but credibility. Emotions can damage your brand. In other words, they're damaging you as a person. People remember how you showed up when you were under that pressure. You might win the argument, but guess what? You still might lose that contract.
Exactly. And there's a myth that being real means being raw and reactive. No, it doesn't. Being real means being wise. You can stand up for yourself without blowing up. You know, you can express disagreements without disrespect.
Yes.
When people see you can't manage your emotions, they won't trust you with a leadership role or even money.
And you can't blame them. And I had a client one time, Broker J3, who was amazing at her job. But she got defensive every time she was corrected. Her boss pulled her aside to coach her, and she walked out. But guess what? The promotion that was lined up for her, it disappeared. They gave it to someone else with half the talent, but more emotional control.
And you know what? That's it right there. Some of y'all are too quick to take things personally. Not every comment is an attack. Not every delay is a dismissal. It's not a dismissal. Okay, guys? Sorry about that. Had some issues going on there. All right. Again, learning to discern intent can help you navigate business environments without always feeling wounded.
Yeah, that is so true, Broker J3. I love that you mentioned the word discernment, because sometimes it's not about the other person. It's about your unhealed self. It's not about what they do to you or say to you. It's how you react to it, guys. That's why they say that emotional intelligence isn't just about showing when to speak. It's knowing when to be quiet and just wait, to calm yourself down and then just think about it and process what just happened.
Exactly. And let's be clear. Every emotional outburst has a cost attached to it. Even if it feels good in that moment, ask yourself, what will it cost me later? Now, that's the grown-up question.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, guys, we have a scenario here that we're going to give you guys. Okay, so thank you, Country Boy, Jimmy Allstate, for joining us. Ursula Pete, thank you for joining us. Okay, take this example, this scenario. We have a hairstylist that receives a last-minute cancellation. And she's so upset that she vents publicly on social media and calls the client out. And so guess what? The client screenshots the post and shares it in the community group. Within a week, the stylist loses 3 regular customers and her reputation takes a hit. So it's affecting her bag, guys. So she let her feelings make a business move, the wrong business move at that. And that move cost her customers. That's a high price to pay for a low moment. J3.
Now, guys, you know what? Let's open this up to you guys right now. What do y'all think about that particular scenario? Have you ever had a moment where your emotions almost made you clap back publicly and it backfired or almost did? Drop it in the comments right now. Let us know what you guys think.
Okay, guys, we need you to comment. Okay, Country Boy, what do you think? Also, let us know what you guys are thinking. And Margareta and Catherine Ladique, let us know what you're thinking, guys. How has that affected you? Okay, we got a couple of comments. Boss Lady C says, this part right here, I've lost money over my mouth. She said it will not happen again. I'm with you, sister.
And we also got Chill with Kev. Sometimes silence is the best profit strategy. Okay, Kev, yeah. I hear you.
And sometimes it's good to just keep your mouth shut. Okay, and Real Tasha J says, we need emotional boot camp for all entrepreneurs. This is a good tip for all entrepreneurs. Okay, guys, keep tapping that screen and share this with someone who needs this truth. And guys, please keep those gifts coming. We appreciate everything that you do for us. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys, we're going to get into that next segment real quick. And when this one here, we're going to talk about don't fire yourself over a feeling.
Yes,
okay?
Yes.
Now, here's something y'all don't want to hear, but hey, you're going to hear it tonight. Sometimes you are the reason you're broke. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes you are the reason that you're broke. Not the economy, not your boss. It's your reaction. You fired yourself emotionally before the world ever did it physically.
Okay. All right. That is so true, Broker J3. Oh, that's true. Okay, let's break this down, guys. Firing yourself emotionally means that you just check out. You stop showing up with excellence. You start showing up for work late. Not dressed appropriately. When you're there, you're distracted. All because you caught up in your feelings. That's when consequences hit. You're blaming others.
Now listen, guys. Your business doesn't care about your bad day. Okay? They don't care about what happened at home. You got to learn how to show up anyway. That's the difference between amateurs and professionals.
Yes.
The amateur reacts. The pro executes. Even with a heavy heart, you got to get the job done.
Okay. I remember one time I had an engagement the day after getting some just devastating news. I wanted to cancel, and I came up with every excuse in the book to cancel, but I didn't. I showed up, and because I did, it opened some doors for me that I was not expecting. So, in other words, what I'm saying is God will bless your consistency even when you don't want to, more than you realize. He will do that.
Now, that part right there, Doc B. Now, faithfulness pays off. Emotions are like weather. You know, they pass. You know, they don't last. They pass.
Yeah.
But discipline, that's what builds your destiny.
Yes, that's exactly right. So tonight, listeners, if you were emotionally fired, if you emotionally fired yourself from something, I want you to recommit. I want you to re-engage, because God can restore what you almost lost, but only if you return with humility. Okay, so you got to do that, guys. And so this is the second scenario that we want to talk about. Okay, say for instance, you get overlooked for a promotion and then you start coming in late. You know why you're coming in late? Probably because you're mad you didn't get the job. And then you're going to start doing the bare minimum. You're just going to do just enough to get by. And then 6 months go by, you get laid off. Not because you weren't skilled and good at what you did. It's because your attitude shifted. You changed. And then that layoff becomes permanent. Now you done lost your job. All because what? You were mad you didn't get a promotion.
Exactly. Priscilla Lifepage said, amen. So true, so true. Now, he fired himself emotionally. You know, the moment he felt undervalued. And that made the decision easy for his employer. You know, it made it easy. All right, y'all. This one is all too common. Be real with us. Have you ever checked out emotionally after being disappointed at work, business, church, or with family? What happened? Did it cost you? We want to hear your story in the comments.
Okay, guys, let us know what you guys are thinking. Have you ever checked out? And it's things like that happen. It happens.
It's life.
All the time.
It's life, y'all.
Yes, it does. It happens all the time. Okay, Stay Book Shay says, I've been that girl, emotionally checked out. This is my wake up call.
All
Get
right.
it together, re-engage. Yes.
And we got Grind in Silence. Man, I almost quit my side hustle because I felt ignored. Glad I didn't.
I'm glad you didn't.
You better not get rid of that side hustle. In today's time, everybody need that side hustle.
You need a job and a side hustle, okay? And also, Healed and Paid said this podcast needs to be a required listening for every business major. Thank you.
All right, now Healed and Paid. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. So what I want you guys to do is tag a friend who's ever been in their feelings at work, and let's talk about it.
Yes.
Hit that like button and share this video. Who do you know that's letting emotions block their blessings? I want you to tag them, guys. Do that for us, okay?
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Again, keep tapping that screen. We appreciate that love that you're giving. Keep sending those gifts. We appreciate it. It really means a lot to us, and it goes a long way, guys.
Yes. And even before we get on into the next topic, Broker J3, I wanted to actually talk about how some people go from church to church. It's sort of related, sort of unrelated, but people get caught up in their feelings and they miss their blessings. And so some of them get mad at somebody in the church. I don't care if it's the deacon or somebody on the motherboard. It doesn't matter, somebody in YPD. And they say, I'm not going back to that church no more. So they caught up in their feelings, so they don't want to come to church anymore. So guess what? They're missing their blessings. Same thing. It's just not dollars at that time. But guess what? Finances can be blessings as well, or blessings can be finances as well.
Y'all can't be missing out on y'all blessings.
Oh no!
I'm telling you, them blessings is serious. Now y'all got to stop playing them kind of games.
Yeah, I know that's right. Okay, guys. So let's talk about securing that bag, even when it hurts, guys. I don't care about your emotions. Even when it hurts, you want to secure that bag. So let's talk about emotional endurance. Sometimes the greatest money moves happen when you hurt, when you down and out. Can you serve the client who offended you? It'll hurt your feelings, but can you serve them? Can you finish that contract even though you're grieving? That's next level stuff there, guys.
Exactly. It's real. The discipline to deliver even when you're drained. That's the wealth principle. You don't build legacy by only working when you feel good. You build it by being faithful through discomfort. How many times you just woke up and say, you know what? I don't feel like going to work. You know, but that's going to stop your bag. You can't let no feelings stop you from getting to your bag.
Yeah, that's right, Broker J.
That's right, Priscilla Life Page. Just keep it moving. Exactly.
Keep it moving. That's one of my favorite terms. And it doesn't mean you're suppressing your emotions. It just means you're steward them. You're over them. You know when you know how to control your emotions. You make space for healing after you done took care of business. After the work is done. That's what you call maturity.
Now listen, guys. The devil will use your emotions to distract you from your assignment. Okay? But God can use your discipline to open divine doors. Some of y'all are one obedient act away from your breakthrough. Don't let your feelings take you out of position. God got a blessing for you.
Yes, and they won't take me out of my position. I'm going to add to that. Do not let offense rob you of your overflow. In other words, you want those blessings to continue to come. Some of the most profitable partnerships happen after uncomfortable conversations. Stay present, stay in the room, stay on the call, and finish the task.
That's right, guys. Stay focused. The bag is emotional proof if you are.
Okay. All right, Mike Mays, thank you for joining us. We got another scenario for you guys. Thank you, Nasty Main 101. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate all of your comments. Keep those comments coming. Okay, we've got a businesswoman who is ghosted by a potential investor. She's embarrassed that she's been ghosted, almost walks away from the entire launch, of a project, but she pushes through and then she launches without the funding and end up being featured in a national magazine. Her persistence actually paid off. Because guess what? She stayed on the course. She didn't give up. Just because she was offended, she still stayed the course. And that's how, when you get your blessings sometimes.
That's how God works.
Yes, it does. Okay, guys, this is proof. Don't stop because of rejection. Keep showing up. I say keep showing out. God has a backup plan for everyone.
That's right. Like Priscilla Life said.
Let the Lord take care of it all. I agree. Let the Lord take care of it all. I agree with you 100%, Priscilla Life Page. Thank you for your comments. And if God has touched your life in any kind of way, please share that with everyone in the comment section as well. Thank you.
Exactly. All right, audience, I want to ask you this question. Have this ever been you before? Like that scenario where something had happened, but yet you still pushed through. You almost gave up because someone didn't come through, but then things turned around anyway. Drop your story or your thoughts in the comments. Let's encourage each other. Tap that screen if you ever had to push through pain to to keep that bag.
Yes.
Share it right now, guys.
Yes, I know I pushed through. Just think about it. If you've ever been let go of a job, even if you've been let go of a job, regardless of the reason, you still gonna push through. You're not just gonna say, well, I'm not gonna work the rest of my life. You gotta push through.
I know that's
and
right.
keep applying. And I have a nephew. I'm gonna use my nephew tonight. He doesn't want to work in a restaurant. He said that he don't want to work in a restaurant. He don't want to work in a store. Mm-hmm. I guess he wants to work like in a big time job. But I told him, and I shared with him, you gotta start somewhere. The money is green no matter where you make it. When you working to pay bills. Those bills are gonna get paid. So sometimes you got to start at a lower level and work your way up to a bigger position. And you can't let that deter you because you're not getting the job of your dreams. Don't be emotional about that. Okay, in this comment, a young lady kept bothering me at the job, but I went home. Okay then. All right.
She went home and prayed.
Yes sir. Prayed, and the next day the young lady was gone. All right. I know you claimed it, didn't you, Priscilla?
I know that's right.
Yes,
we also have Visionary V said she needed this. She just got ghosted by a client last week.
And Loving Myself says, I'm going through it right now. I'm going through this right now. Guys, see, everybody's going through something. It happens, but you have to stay in the race and be persistent.
And,
yes, you do.
We have Only Up Front here says, yo, offense robs overflow. I'm writing that down.
Write it down.
Okay, up from here. Thank you.
And Slick said it. This entire episode is a blueprint for business maturity. And this is what we're all about, guys. We're about helping our audience. We're helping ourselves as well. But today we're talking about building maturity and learning how to handle certain situations. It's not about what happened to you. It's how you react to what happened.
Exactly. Yo, family, y'all blowing up the chat today.
Thank you guys.
Keep them taps coming.
Thank you.
Drop a fire emoji if this has blessed you.
Yes.
And we appreciate those gifts, guys. We appreciate those gifts so much. Thank you. Keep them coming.
Yes. Okay, guys, next we're going to talk about feel it, but don't fund it, Broker J3.
Now, here's our last main point of the night. You can feel your feelings, but don't fund it. Don't give it energy. Don't give it time or money to emotions that won't serve you tomorrow.
All right. And thank you, Loving Myself. She says, I'm a teacher. I continue to pray every day. And I just want to see my students walk around the stage. That's wonderful. That's
I know you can relate to that,
Yes,
Dr.
I can. I taught for 20 plus years, so I understand exactly where you're coming from. I do. Okay, guys. That emotions that you have may be loud, but it's temporary. If it doesn't add to your vision or your values, it doesn't deserve your investment. Pay attention, but don't pay with your future. So you want to think about that, guys.
Now that's the shift right there. Let feelings pass, just like traffic.
Yes.
You don't have to chase every car that honks.
Just lay your hand.
Some of y'all are financing frustration.
Yes.
Cancel that subscription.
Yes, cancel that out. Cancel it out. Say that, Broker J3. At the end of the day, your emotions are part of a human experience. It's normal to have those emotions, but your purpose leads the way. It has to lead the way. Let your vision be louder than your emotions. That's how you protect your profit, guys.
Exactly, guys. Now that's a wrap up on the teaching portion, but don't go nowhere.
Okay.
Don't go nowhere. We're about to give you our final thoughts of the day. This has been real gold right here, guys, and we appreciate you guys so much for joining us today. And we're gonna go ahead and get that final thought of the day.
Yes.
Go ahead, Dr. B. Share your final thought.
Okay, guys, your emotions are valid. We all have them. But your destiny is greater. This is where you're going. This is where God is trying to take you. I want to encourage everyone to give yourself permission to feel without forfeiting your future. In other words, don't let your emotions block your finances or your blessings. You were not called to let your emotions lead you. You were called to lead your emotions. Every time you respond with wisdom, think about it. In other words, it says pause. You want to have wisdom over impulse. Heaven is going to applaud you. Protect your peace always. Protect your brand. That's your name, who you are. Protect your bag. Protect them finances. You are too gifted to be reckless.
Now, Doc B, that was powerful right there. Mm-hmm. Now, guys, here's my last word. Business doesn't wait for your feelings, okay? The world rewards consistency, not complaints. If you want to elevate, you have to separate your emotions from your execution, okay? Stop quitting on yourself in the middle of a feeling.
Yeah.
You understand? Stop doing that. Feel it. Yes, you have to feel it, but finish the job anyway. Your bank account will thank you.
Yes, it will.
Your future self will thank you, and your legacy will reflect it.
Yes, guys. Yes.
Now, family, this has been real. If tonight hit home, we need y'all to do.
Thank you.
We need y'all to do 3 things.
Yes.
Okay? This is what we need y'all to do. First of all, we need you guys to go to YouTube. You can do that right now while you're still here. Go to YouTube and look for Live with J&B. That's LIVEAND JANDB. Live with J&B. We want y'all to subscribe. That's what we want y'all to do first.
Number 1.
Subscribe to our YouTube page.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our YouTube page. Then we want you guys to comment under this video that you guys are watching. Now, it's not going to be posted until a little bit later, but we go ahead and subscribe. And when you see the video later, go ahead and comment what you thought about tonight's episode. And then after that, number 3, we want you guys to share it with anybody that you feel need to hear tonight's episode. Now, this is how we grow this movement.
Yes, this is how we keep it going. I mentioned this earlier. We appreciate everything you guys do for us. So what I need you to do is go to YouTube right now, search for J&B Live, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you know when we're live, and then you can binge all of our podcasts. We got all kinds of episodes out there, even music videos. Every comment you leave helps us continue to create the content that is going to transform lives. We want to hear from you during the show, not just during the show. We want to hear from you after the show. So stay active in the chat every single time that we go live. We appreciate you guys. We got some comments where people are still commenting. So thank you guys.
Now, again, guys, you guys can follow us on all social media platforms. That's all the major social media platforms, even some of the ones you guys never heard of. What you want to do is look for Live with J&B or J&B Live Podcast.
Yes.
Now, for some of you guys that don't have time to always catch the video on YouTube, what you guys can do is you can go to Spotify, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, wherever you get your podcast listening enjoyment. Just look for J&B Live Podcast, and we'll be right there. Make sure you save us under your favorites or follow us so that you can catch those episodes. So when you're driving in your car, you don't have to get that distracted by looking at us, but you can absolutely hear everything that we're talking about. So we drop the truth, we laugh, and we talk about life lessons every week, and you don't want to miss out on it.
Well, thank you, Priscilla. She says she enjoyed us both, and we enjoyed
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Much love to you. We appreciate your support. Loving myself. Thank you for your gifts. We appreciate every single thing that you do. Thank you, guys. And we love this community. We love our J&B family and everything that is becoming. Thank you, guys, for holding us down. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys, so much. And as always, we wrap things up the same way. I'm Broker J3.
And I'm Dr. B.
And you know what? Let's talk about it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you so much. Until next time, we love you.